Pegu Travels is a joint venture British-Myanmar travel and tour company in DMC, of which I'm co-founder. Founded about 6 months ago, but taken over from a previous operation. So we've got the networks through the country that have been set up over the last 4 to 5 years. I visited Myanmar in early 2010 when I lived in China and saw the incredible opportunity there. Things started changing and I saw the opportunity for information about the country. There's very, very little. Things are changing so fast, new destinations, new hotels and so forth. So I went there to set up an information travel website, which has morphed into this new company, Pegu Travels. The opportunities in Myanmar surround huge cultural and scenic diversity. It's the largest country in mainland Southeast Asia, and it has everything from the Himalayas in the far north, the foothills of the Himalayas in the far north, to incredible untouched beaches in the south. And that, together with the deep-rooted religious belief, which really marks it out. I mean, Thai tourists often come to Myanmar specifically for the religious aspect, but it's not just Buddhism. In the mountain areas, you have deep, deep Christian faith, and it really, really marks the country out as something special in terms of the culture. Well, I'm British, so I'm obviously working a lot with Western clients, but the main people coming to the country are US. UK, the largest European country over the last year has been, in terms of visitors, has been the UK, but also big ones are Germany and France. So those are the kind of markets, Spain, that we're looking at. We offer a wide variety of stuff. We do meetings and incentives type work. We've handled large 200 plus delegations up to Naypyidaw, the capital. We can do pretty much anything that can be done, which is, again, that is changing very fast. But what really gets us excited is the adventure aspect. Cross-border travel is becoming easier. There are some logistical hurdles, but we've done motorcycle tours from Thailand through Myanmar back into Thailand with handling a Dutch car group of 20 cars going from India through Myanmar to China. It's really fun stuff. It's pioneering stuff, but it does require a helping hand because you need permits, you need the guides, and that's what we're here for. In Myanmar, there are things can take a little bit longer than they would in other more developed markets. You know, it had a very, very low base to start with, especially considering the opportunity. It has in fact been open since 1990. That's a kind of misconception, but the fact is people weren't coming because of the embargoes and because of public perception. So people weren't coming, so of course they're just not used to it. And there was a little bit of a stranglehold with hotel pricing. That's getting better as more supply is coming online. These areas are improving, but there are service and pricing issues that people need to prepare themselves for when coming to Myanmar. They're extraordinarily warm and welcoming people, but they haven't met many foreigners for a long time. Well, we are always looking to train local staff, build up that capacity that is so important to do, and whether that's in our office of 30 staff in Yangon or guides around the country. It's building their skill set is a large part of what we do. Also working with guides who are from ethnic areas. As I mentioned earlier, it's a country of huge ethnic and cultural diversity and 180 plus languages. So we always look to, particularly in the poorer, more rural areas, to train up and use local guides. We are involved in regular donation giving, whether it is emergency relief, as in the recent floods, or it is donations to monastic schools and that kind of thing. It's something that's got me particularly excited is our involvement with Yangon's first community skate park. It's going to be a great thing to bring people together. I think foreigners, for foreign interaction as well, lots of people will come and just meet people in a fantastic environment, and that kind of thing really doesn't exist in Myanmar yet, and it's fun to be at the forward curve of something like that. Yeah, and elections on November the 8th in Myanmar, and we wait and see. The expectation is that everything will go smoothly in terms of no one's really expecting strong unrest, but you don't know until it happens. There are a few things going on around in Myanmar at the moment. There's the floods that happened recently, and of course the violence that's happened in Thailand recently these are things that may have affected the market a little, but time will tell exactly how these things pan out. But in terms of the election specifically, Yes, it's a waiting game. The results, even though the election is very, very soon, the results of the presidential part won't be announced till March, so it's a waiting game. I wouldn't expect it to directly. It is about the next 5 years. It's really the long game, and there's little in terms of policy that's offered, if I'm honest. It is a wait-and-see situation in terms of the tourism industry. Where do I see Pegu Travels in 5 years' time? I would expect niches to have been built, and because of the state of the tourism industry in Myanmar, it's a lot of wait and see. So, as I said, we focus on adventure. I'm looking for growth. I'm looking for growth in new markets, and particularly the expansion of destinations in Myanmar itself, tourism destinations in Myanmar itself. But because it is a young market, it's difficult to second guess it, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens over the next 5 years in terms of the type of tourists we get and the places we're going. A successful world travel market would be to meet some great new people who are looking in the same direction as we are. I think there are a lot of people interested in Myanmar, and that buzz continues to grow. And to connect with people who are interested in that area, more of them meet some old friends who I'm catching up with here as well, that would be good for me.